right, we're here at our 2026 season opening tournament, Village Links at Glen Ellyn. Pretty brisk conditions out there, but we've got our first winner of the year in the champ flight coming out hot with a 68. Matthew Payne, brand new member to the tour. Congratulations, sir.
Appreciate it.
Cool 250 for you. Thanks for coming out. Welcome to
having
Golf Week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Great round, Matt. Tell me about the round today.
Yeah, it was a decent round. Obviously, really tough conditions. It was windy. It was gusting. I'd say I stayed pretty patient. Kept the ball low. Felt pretty important, and kept the big numbers off the card.
That's always important. 68 is quite a score on a normal day. Today it was 20, gusting 30, and only about 50 degrees here. So 68 is a heck of a score.
Yeah. Like I said, struck it well, kept in it, managed to hold a pretty decent birdie putt on one. Gave myself a lot of chances on the par fives. I think I birdied, I'd say, the easiest holes on the course and stayed in it on the tougher ones. And yeah, putted great. Didn't really make any unforced errors, which was felt key.
Great. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Okay, also here now with the winner of the A flight in our season opening tournament, and also a brand new member to the Golf Week Tour, Mason Schultz. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice round. Trophy for you. Gift card for a little $250. Thanks for coming out.
Appreciate it.
Hope you had a good time.
The best time. Can't wait for the rest of the summer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Mason, congratulations. 79 on a day like today. Gusting at least to 30 at times.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your round.
It was a little bit of a struggle at times, but I had a great group that helped pull me through it, and we just had a great time out there. Was honestly what it came down to.
What was the key to breaking 80 today?
Just honestly not adding it up until the end. I had a few bad holes, I had a couple good ones, and it just came together at the end.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, we are here with our B flight winner in our season opening tournament, Village Links at Glen Ellyn. Our third brand new member to win today, Brandon Perillo in the B flight. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming
Appreciate
out.
it.
Crystal trophy for yourself, $250.
Take it.
Not a bad day, right?
We'll take
Bad
it.
weather, I know.
Yeah, we'll
but
take it.
Not a bad day.
It's Midwest golf for you right there.
Exactly. Now, appreciate you coming out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, congratulations on your round today, 83. Tell me about your round.
Man, the putter wasn't working early, but just kept scrambling around. Was solid off the tee, and it all worked out at the end. Caught heat on the back nine, but front was a battle.
It was.
Yeah.
Windy conditions all day today, cold, and able to shoot 83. What was the key to shooting 83?
Keeping it on the fairway, honestly. On the back nine, was hitting some good tee balls, and just kind of scrambled after that and got the putter to work a little bit on the back and just finished with it.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, we are here now with our C flight winner in our 2026 season opener, our fourth winner today, who is a first-time Golf Week player, Jimmy Barassa in the C flight with a score of 89. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Trophy for you.
Nice.
Cool 250.
Thank
Appreciate
you so much.
you coming out.
Thanks
Appreciate
for having
you
me.
braving the elements today.
Appreciate it.
Hey, congratulations on first-time winner again.
Yeah.
89 today. Tell me about your round.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone knows the wind was a factor today. Very
The
tough.
wind and the cold, both
Wind and
definitely
cold.
a factor.
But I think it really came down to my chipping today, and working on my putting, but primarily chipping got me the win.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, our last winner of the day for our 2026 season opener on the Chicago Golf Week Tour in the D flight and from the Milwaukee Tour, Marty Mitchell. And this makes it 5 for 5 today. All 5 flight winners our first-time players on the Golf League Tour. So, Marty, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming out. Here's a trophy for you and a cool 250. How about that?
Nice
Thanks
day's
for
work.
braving the elements.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Appreciate
for
you
coming
guys
out.
for having me.
Congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
94
Yes, sir.
in D flight. Tell me about your round today.
Front nine, pretty good. Shot a 41.
That's
Back-
very good.
Back nine, struggled a little bit. Got hit by a ball in my leg. Kind of got to me mentally. Lost in about three or four holes. I lost it, and then I got back refocused and just had to try to go low.
Outstanding. Tell me the key to winning today. What was the key for you?
A lot of one putts. A lot of one putts on the front nine. A lot of one putts. One point I had four pars in a row. So just trying to go low.
Awesome. Congratulations on your win. Welcome to the Golf Weekend Tour.
I appreciate it. You guys have a good one.
Hey, it's Jeremy Schneider back with another Post Birdie podcast, wrapping up Village Links of Glen, Ellyn, first tournament of the year. Joining me again, Bill Persecki, our tour director here in Chicago. Tell me the impression of Village Links, first tournament out.
My impression of Village Links was, with everything we had going on, this was a great success of a tournament, I think. Between the weather and the fact that we had to walk because they didn't let carts out, the turnout, everybody just seemed super excited to get the season started. So my impressions overall were that I was a little worried because of just everything that was going on between, mostly with the weather. But we pulled it off. Seemed like everybody had a great time. And so a good, solid start to the season for sure.
Yeah, that cold front went through. We talked about in the preview that it might be in the 70s. And even 18 hours earlier, it was in the mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And for the tournament, I don't know if it even touched 50.
It might
didn't get very
have.
warm.
It might have. We had a few holes. I think you were a couple groups behind me. So we had a few holes maybe toward the front nine where the sun kind of came out, and it was actually pretty nice, I thought. I mean, it was still cool, but the sun was out. The wind kind of died down a little bit. So at least for me, for most of our front nine, it really wasn't bad, I didn't think. But then when we made the turn to the back, and especially when you got back in the corner, those couple real long par fours back in the corner, and the wind was just whipping right in your face, then it got cold. And so I'm sure it was even colder for the B, C, and D flights behind us, because I think they missed a lot of that sunshine in the middle part of the day. But I mean, the rain held off at least, which was a good thing. I think earlier in the week there was a chance of rain for Saturday, so we didn't get any rain, which was good. It was just cold and wet and windy, but we're playing golf in April in Chicago, so that's what you get, I guess.
Yeah. Village Links itself, the course was in great condition considering how much rain they took over the last couple of days.
Yeah. They do a really good job at keeping that course in great shape because they have a lot of other tournaments too. Like I could tell when I was talking to them to set this up that they're used to hosting tournaments. They've had like CDGA qualifiers, for like the CDGA amateur tournaments, that type of stuff. I think they've held maybe even state am qualifiers before, so that they kind of know what they're doing, and because of that, I think they take a lot of pride in the condition of the golf course. And so if they feel like they're going to do more harm than good by letting carts out, then they're not going to let carts out at all, and that probably helps a lot. But yeah, it's always a great course, very challenging, especially when that wind picks up. But yeah, I was all around, I was impressed as well.
Yeah, the decision not to play with carts, as far as the course goes, that was by far the right decision to go with. It was way too wet to have carts out there.
Mm-hmm.
But as a tour director,
oh yeah,
we don't walk very often in this tour. We're carts all the time. So this, the fact that it was this course,
right,
is very walkable. It actually really helped that it was this course and not some of the other courses that we play that have really big hills and vast distances between greens and tee boxes.
Yeah, I agree. Very walkable course, but some of the others on our schedule definitely will not be. So hopefully we don't have this situation again with the walking only, although it seemed like a lot of players didn't mind walking at all. I actually had a quite a few people tell me that it was a nice change of pace to walk instead of ride. So, which was good to hear. And I don't mind walking personally, but you're right. We almost never walk. We're always in carts. So I wasn't really sure how many people would decide to back out, decide that they didn't want to play or what have you. At the end of the day, we only had 8 people drop out, which I was very impressed by. We still had 80 players go out there from the original field of 88. So everybody was super, super excited to play in this tournament, which is good to see.
Yeah, great turnout. Whole bunch of first-time winners.
5 for 5 and first-time winners. And I don't know if that's ever happened. I'm not sure if anybody can check on that. I can maybe see if the national office can pull up some records or something. But all 5 winners were first-time players. I guess, technically speaking, the guy who won the D flight, Marty Mitchell, had played as a guest before, I think a couple years ago. But as far as being a paid official member of the tour, for this was his first round, and so all 5 winners, their first ever tournament out with Golf Week, they took home the trophy, which I'd be surprised if that's ever happened before.
Yeah, me too. Tournament golf is a different animal for sure. And, here in the States, we just pick up 3-footers. We don't put them out. In tournaments, you got to put them out. And it just it makes a big
unless you're
difference.
playing for money or something like that, or, you got a side game, a match on the line or something like that. But, there's no gimmies and nothing around here.
Well, in Champ Flight, 68 was the winning score in
Yes.
those conditions on Saturday. That was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable score. I looked back, and I'm pretty sure I took a minute yesterday, and was scrolling through all the past results, and I didn't find anything lower than that. So I'm pretty sure that is the lowest score to par, at least, in the history of the Chicago chapter of the Golf Week Amateur Tour. 4 under par. There were a couple other 68s. Actually, Jake Gary shot a 68 2-3 years ago, I think it was, at Heritage Oaks. But that's a par 70. There was another 67 that I found from 2014 or 15, something like that. But that was also on a par 70 course. So I don't believe anybody has shot 4 under ever in a local Chicago tournament. It's happened in regionals and it's happened on other local tours as part of Golf Week. But as far as the Chicago tour is concerned, I don't believe we've ever seen 4 under. And so to do that in those conditions, you're right, on Saturday it's impressive to do that in August when it's 85 degrees and clear skies and, calm winds, right? That's still impressive. But to do that in those conditions on Saturday is quite the round of golf.
Yeah, we actually played it forward a little bit because of the weather conditions. Instead of playing 67, we played 63, 64, somewhere in
almost
that
64
range.
is like 63.80, something like that. Yeah. And I was on the fence all week long about whether or not I was going to move us up, because I figured, okay, 6,700 yards is normally what we play in Champ Flight, A Flight, somewhere around there. But I'm thinking, man, it's going to be really wet. We're getting a lot of rain. And then as soon as the course told me that as of Thursday, they said it was basically a 50-50 chance as to whether or not we would even have carts. For me, that sealed the deal. It's like, all right, we got to move everybody up. We can't be playing in these kind of conditions from the back tees. And it was actually less wet than I thought it would be. I feel like we still got like quite a bit of roll on some holes, but no, playing it up, I think, was the right call because some of those holes into the wind were still mighty long.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even at 6,400 yards with as wet as it was easily playing all of 68, 69, 7,000 yards.
Yeah, for sure. Some of those par 4s on the back 9, that one, there's 2 in a row. I think it was 13 and 14. And 14 is the one going down off the tee and then up the hill to the green. And that wind was just coming right at you. And there's no trees back there to block it or anything. And that was a long hole for sure.
Yeah. Well, I had this theory that if you shoot 75 in Champ Flight, 80 in A Flight, 85 in B Flight, 90 in C Flight, and 95 in D Flight, that you're going to be in the mix.
You're going to be around.
If you take a look at our scores, outside of Champ Flight 68,
Mm-hmm.
75 was still second place. 80 in A flight was second place.
Right.
85 in C flight was third place. And D flight was second place. So you shoot those scores, you're going to be in the tournament.
You're going to be around there. It was funny because I was the guy who shot 68. I had been talking to him on the phone, a couple times here and there over the last month or so. We have a mutual friend who introduced us, and that's how he got involved with the tour. And so we texted quite a bit. He, called me with questions here and there. And at one point, I know we had a conversation, and he asked typically what score wins champ flight, and that's what I told him. I said, if you shoot 75, you're going to be around the lead. If you're under 75, you're going to have a real good chance of winning. And so then I didn't count on the guy coming out and shooting 68. but I don't
know that he counted on him shooting 68.
I don't know if he counted on that either.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Typically, it's not that low, but I think we got our work cut out for us. Those of us who are in champ flight, we got our work cut out for us this year with him coming out, and I believe he's coming to Thunderhawk as well. So we've got a little less than 2 weeks to sharpen up the game and try to take him down, if you will.
Yeah, Thunderhawk coming up. I personally am 2 for 2 with Thunderhawk. I won B flight back in, it must have been 2018. I won there.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first ever win in Golf Week Am Tour. Played 2018 and 19 and took 20 and 21 off during COVID and came back in 22. And I didn't play Thunderhawk again until last year. And then I won Thunderhawk last year shooting 79.
Yeah. I think that'll probably be a good score again. I'm guessing if you can get a 79 again, just like you say, if you're somewhere around 80 in A flight, then you're going to be there. Hopefully we'll have a pretty big field for that one. We've got, I just looked earlier, I believe we have 46, I believe it was, paid, and another 14 or 15 put their names down. So right now we're looking at about maybe 60 players, but we're still 2 weeks out. So I'd imagine we're going to have a strong field, somewhere in the 70s and 80s number of players. So once again, it'll take, the more players you get, the more likely it is that somebody's going to throw up a low number, right? So it'll be another competitive tournament, I'm sure. Hopefully we get some better weather.
Yeah, it'll be May by then. Hopefully the weather will turn and the scores will come down. Maybe not lower than the 68, but
yeah, we don't need them to come down that much in champ, but no, it'll be good. We welcome the competition though, and it's good to have somebody on the tour actually shooting those kind of scores, because I think it just shows how competitive you have to be. I'm hoping that he sticks around. I'm hoping that he maybe goes to some regionals or something, because it's good for the tour to have a player like Matt who can throw up some numbers like that, for sure.
All right. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for coming on.
All right. See you in a couple of weeks. Thanks.